everyone, Achikah here, and it is time to announce the winners of Base Off Iconi-Clash. So we had 16 absolutely incredible entries ranging from different heroes or villains or places and themes that were inspired by DC iconic areas, be it comics, movies, video games, any kind of media that was DC inspired. So basically just DC iconics in general. And you guys absolutely just crushed it. I say this every base off, but this one in particular was just awesome. To say, like, I don't even know how else to put it. It's probably been my favorite base off of all time because this base off was one of the ones that I was the most hesitant to throw. As a judge, as a host, for base off as a competition. I make it pretty. I'm pretty transparent about the fact that I'm kind of uneducated in the ways of the DC comic when I do iconic theme bases, and so to be the sole judge of that, as well as being kind of like in the dark to a lot of like iconography with that kind of thing. It was a bit scary to kind of jump in because I know people are very passionate about their comics, especially like iconic things. And also having like been transparent with other people in like the real world setting outside of the game, and I know how nerd culture kind of gatekeeps that kind of stuff. It was kind of like intimidating to do this face off. But the positivity and the creativity that you guys brought to this, as well as like just the patience of being willing to teach me of all this, just like you guys are with my base tours as well. It's really cool hearing you guys in the comics talk about like, oh yeah, this is from this comic, or this is from this, like this is this Batman, or this is this, like Wonder Woman, and like all that kind of thing. It's really cool to see, especially as somebody who like I enjoy learning, and though sometimes it's hard for me to fully like integrate that knowledge in, and I have to be retold a couple of times sometimes on occasion. But just the fact that you guys are always patient and willing to teach and like have like a positive aspect to that passion is just it's really cool, and it really shone throughout all your bases. Like I cannot stress how hard it was to judge this competition. Everybody was within a few points of one another all the way like down, and like there were like 5 fourth place, like the three that broke away were very very close together, and then there was a huge chunk of like 4 or 5 that were just like all at the same, like it was. And you all excelled in different aspects of my rubric, like different judging criterias, and so the fact that it was like still tied even after so much meticulous judging was crazy. So it was just, again, just the culmination of my hesitance with this mixed with the positivity, the overwhelming like support, the absolutely gorgeous bases, and then you guys coming together and like helping each other with the interaction in the live stream. Hello, what? Like like that was awesome. I don't think we've ever had so many interactive bases. I don't think I've been a part of so many missions or scavenger hunts or like story driven bases before, and I've been pretty transparent with the fact too that like these do not impact the judging whatsoever. Like this is just like love of the game kind of thing, and the fact that you guys all like like a lot of you decided to be interactive with your bases and bring about these stories was just, it was crazy. And like people who were like avidly compete, well, I wouldn't say avidly competing, but or competing for these prize pools against one another, and are still like being like, oh yeah, I'll play this character for you, you know what I mean, like I want to be a part of that sounds like fun, and like kind of like coordinating behind the scenes like that is just, it's really really cool, man. Like it's just, I don't know, based off in the community, the base craft, like you guys are just great. Like this has just been, all right, that's, I need to get on with the judging because I'm sure probably, luckily I'll have this time stamped, and hopefully everybody's skipping to the timestamps if you want to see everything, because I do tend to babble a lot with things like this. But yeah, just, man, this base off, like, and the quality of the bases was just incredible. I'm pretty open about the fact that I really like when people make things like anything, like even outside of the game, like art based, and yeah, just but these bases, all of them, absolutely all of them, were just gorgeous. So thank you to all the contestants and everybody who helped out with the interactive aspects of the stream. Is just it's a good base off. It's really good. It's probably one of my favorites so far, if not the favorite. So as somebody who was very um, not iconic leaning in any way, who tends to go with the more original character aspects of this game, thank you for showing me how fun and awesome and creative that iconic inspired things can be. So you guys, like I said, knocked it out of the park. So good stuff. So why don't we get to the point while you are all here? Um, so yeah, let's get into the dread. I can't even talk now. I'm kind of like tongue tied. I'm just still kind of speechless. Why don't we get into the judging aspect of base off here? So there are five main criterias for each base off. We have creativity, which is how creative you get with the your base and your items and everything, just creativity as a whole. There's craftsmanship, which is how well your base is put together. There's logic, with how logical the progression of your base is, the floor planning, where items are and how they interact with each other. Then there's storytelling, which is the narrative aspect of the base, be it either an actual story that's being told or the visual aspect of like, these items are being used for this character for this thing, like that sort of thing. So just storytelling as a visual but also a narrative theme. And then there's aesthetic, which is the design aspect and how well you're using items and pattern recognition, that sort of thing, and precision. Like that's kind of like the aesthetic situation. So all those kind of work together because they kind of bridge like various different qualities of bases, even if they're vastly separate, right? Like so, like a messy, like dingy, dark base can be, excel in certain ways compared to like a very luxe like penthouse suite kind of thing. So it's a very balanced thing. And when I put all the bases in for the first time around, it took. I cannot stress how close the point system was for this one, which I think I did earlier anyway. But yeah, like everybody was super close after doing that. The thing that really set this base off apart was the sixth criteria for this specific base off, which was iconography. And that was how your base was inspired by the iconic character that you chose ahead of time. You told me which character it was, and then how that played out in the base, be it creativity of your own storytelling or creativity of reenacting like iconic specific areas. Just how much that iconic character inspired and shaped your base is basically and that's kind of what helped tier things and spread it out, and how we got our three winners. So again, I cannot stress, if you have competed in this base off, your base is spectacular, because there is a huge block of like people who are all tied, like from fourth to like ninth place almost, and then even the ones that are like like towards the like everybody's like very close within each other. Like this is the highest scoring base off I think that has ever happened before. Like it's if I had to convert my rubric into a like an A to F system, everybody would have scored probably a B, if not a B plus and up. Nobody was lagging behind really. So it was an incredibly close call, but we did get three winners. So why don't we start with that? In third place, we have Arlene Sorkin with Harley's Boudoir. So this base was super fun. The start of it was absolutely beautiful with the clown heads leading into the bar. That's been taken over by Harley as well as the Gotham City Sirens. There's confetti, there's glitter, there's graffiti everywhere. Everything's super fun and vivid, but it's also extremely dangerous because you go to the back of the storeroom and there's torture devices and traps and explosives and everything chaotic. It's like a chaotic, joyful, like glitter bomb is how I would describe this base, which is probably the most Harley coded base thematically. And then you go through like this arcade that's in the back, and upstairs is Harley's like penthouse suite with the dressing room, and which also has a few screenshots that are taken from, I believe, the Birds of Prey movie. And also I think the Suicide Squad possibly. I can't really quite remember, but I remember like that there are like certain scenes that are played out upstairs, and then you go downstairs and you have the other Gotham City Sirens. You have Catwoman's place, and then you have Ivy's apartment, which is almost is taken out of the Harley Quinn HBO show. Even Frank's there on the couch, like the position of the coffee table, like all like the way the plants are set up around the area. It's really really cool. It's absolutely fantastic. Like it's a really really great base. It's super fun, and like I said, it is super Harley Quinn, like across the board. It is messy, chaotic, glittery, but also just really well put together and super fun. So that is our third place winner. Congratulations to Arlene Sorkin, and thank you so much for entering. It was really really a great base. So let's get on to our second place winner, which was Smoove with Manta Sub. So Smoove's Manta Sub is one of the most well put together bases I think I have ever seen in a dive theme before, or it's just so meticulous. The grading on the floor is a literal mosaic of the flooring grate sections, which is so hard to do, and none of them overlap. It is absolute precision. The claustrophobic aspect of the sub, all the attention to detail, be it the decompression chamber, the R&D station, the energy creating like reactors, the absolutely gorgeous cinematic effect you get from the main porthole of the sub, like the cockpit to the back of the R&D station, is like just absolutely gorgeous. The way manta bombs accent everything from the actual weapons area to the cockpit to just chairs and tables around the base, even in the living quarters. The little botany lab has manta accents around it. The way you created the windows, like overlooking like the underwater depths from the like little portholes for the submarine, and then the R&D area was pretty much super referencing the Aquaman movie where Manta was making his armor, and it was just really great. All the red light throughout was really great. And then at the end of the base, on top of just having an amazing Manta film, like iconic, like a Manta filled iconic base, you had Danny the Street in the back, which was also just so well done. There were things that were taken out of the comic almost verbatim. You had Peeping Tom's Perpetual Cabaret. You had the Guns R Us flower shop gun area. You had, I think it's Army Navy that has the striped curtain up top. Like, it's just, I love Danny the Street, and the Hello banner was so great. And it's just, overall, the whole thing is just very, very fun and just extremely well put together. And to see Smoove, like, I've seen the progression of Smoove's bases from his very first one to this one, and having seen that over the course of the entirety of Base Off is just, it's so much fun to see. And to just, this base was just absolutely gorgeous. So Smoove, you took second place, and it is, man, what a fantastic base. And I'm still trying to discover all the little nicks and knacks and hidden Easter eggs that you have in there, and I can't wait to do so for the actual tour. So congratulations, that is your second place winner with Smooth's Manta Sub. So why don't we get into the first place winner? So in first place, the winner of Base Off Iconi-Clash, we have DC Cheetah with Artskertaga Temple, and it is inspired by Cheetah, and it is a wonderful progression of Barbara Ann Minerva's journey to become Cheetah and being Cheetah, and is probably the most iconic filled base out of all the bases. So this is what really assert. Not only was this an absolutely gorgeous base, the way it was crafted, the way the jungle was crafted, the way the temple was crafted, the progression of the base as a whole is absolutely gorgeous, but the fact that it encompassed so many aspects of Cheetah in varying aspects of her comic career as well as her media career is just really, well, just the stories throughout, it's just really well done. So you enter the jungle and you have the temple that's there. You have Barbara's campsite, which is she's all set up for the, looking for the plant god. Then you have the shrine where she is turned, and you have both the 1980s shrine, which is like the plant set up behind like the blood fountain, and the blood sacrifices there for you to throw blood on. And then there's the 2016 rebirth of Erzgertaga with the vines coming out in the skull face and the very murderous, scary plant god dome that's kind of there. You have Chuma's sacrificial pit there in the middle area. You go upstairs, you have Cheetah's throne in the temple. And then downstairs you have the Little Big Planet 2 DLC that was given out for DC Iconics, which had Cheetah's area, which was like Cheetah and Wonder Woman fighting, and you had to like kind of like work your way out of Cheetah's traps and spike pits and everything, and all that is seen. And plus lava was there and a forge, and it's just the prison for where they were kept, like the spirits of the temple and all the stuff. You had there was so much iconography within that, like that base, as well as it just being such a well done, gorgeous base, that it definitely deserves the crown of the Iconi-Clash winner. And also seeing how far it's come from, so Cheetah entered it as a work in progress for a decade into core because they wanted it to be um, like they wanted to participate, of course, and it wasn't like a fully finished base. And seeing how far it's come from that to now is just astounding. Like the it's a completely different base, pretty much, like completely different. And it's just, again, to see the growth you guys have had throughout base off is just absolutely inspiring and very cool. And seeing all the iconic things in here, it like I said, it is definitely deserving of that first place spot. So those are your base off Iconi-Clash winners. Congratulations to all of the winners as well, and thank you so much to all the contestants. I will be reaching out to the winners soon to see what kind of prizes you want, and I will be sending prizes throughout the next week, so stay tuned for that. If you are going to tear down any of these bases or take items from them, please let me know ahead of time, and I'll do my best to get in there and film, so that way you can tear down or deconstruct or whatever you need to do, or take the items out of, so that way we have them preserved, and then I will use them as I did on Wednesday and Saturday, when like time was a bit not on my side. I can throw some bases in, and we'll always have an upload on Wednesdays and Saturdays here on the channel. So yeah, so let me know ahead of time. You can reach out here on the game or on Discord or anywhere that you signed up for, like this. You can just go ahead and message me. So there's that. Stay tuned for next Friday when the next base off will be revealed, and I am so excited for this base off, guys. I've been waiting for a year for this base off, and I think it's going to be one of the most fun. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite base offs, I think, like just theme wise. I just think it's really fun, and it should be a really good time, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think that's about it. So again, thank you so much to all of the competitors who entered and created your absolutely gorgeous bases. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you to all the supporters, the people who came out for the live stream, be it if you were featured in the live stream as an actor for all of the missions and all that, or if you just came out to chat or watch. Anyone who's viewing this or any of the VODs right now, for anyone who donated to help Base Off keep going with the prize pool, like just and even like I said, even if you're just watching the showcases and enjoying like the base content, thank you so much. Like, you guys are what make Base Off and this channel even work. So I really enjoy doing what I do, but knowing that like you guys do too is super awesome extra bonus. So yeah, that was Base Off Iconi-Clash. Thank you again so much to everyone. I'm looking forward to the Base Offs in the future. I hope you guys are too, so stay tuned. So yeah, that was it. Thank you so much again for everything. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.